We're at the top of the hour. Can you believe it? All right. So maybe we'll get started. And if it's possible, just keep your mic muted while we're doing the presentation. But anytime we break for questions and things like that, feel free to turn it back on. And also use the chat anytime for questions too. Anytime either Yusuf or I will be keeping an eye on stuff, depending on who's talking. All right, so I'm just gonna share my screen. We have a few slides for you. And go. Alrighty, so get out of my way, Zoom. And it looks like you guys can see that. This is where we are. You've probably seen this. This is what we're doing today. So sharing the powerful new Noomu features and telling you about our totally free website and funnel building bootcamp. So really glad to see so many faces here, familiar people, some new faces too. So really excited to share this with you. So just to give you a little overview on what we're going to do, Yusuf and I are going to do for you today is we are going to talk about the features, and we have 16 new widgets, full image editing that I'm really excited about, and actually some really powerful SEO stuff, improved blogging, and tons more stuff. And Yusuf's actually going to show us most of that. And then we'll just start talking about the bootcamp and we'll give you the details of that. So I'm not sure how many people here, and you can say it in the chat if you're using Noomu. If you're not, you're using a different platform, that's okay. We want to show you a little bit what's going on here and see how powerful Noomu can be for you, and also invite you to join the bootcamp. So if you're not familiar with Noomu, or you just kind of got started with it and you don't know everything that it does, before we get into the new features, I thought we could talk about what Noomu is. And it is a complete website builder, drag and drop, simple to use. Obviously, always a learning curve, but it's quite intuitive. And once you get it, it's so great and you can go deeper and deeper. It's got really advanced features that you don't need to dig into until you're ready. You can design, it's got mobile and desktop design for making your site mobile friendly. We have turnkey templates, which means these are sites that are almost ready to go. You just fill in the blanks. There's products in the shop. There's an opt-in offer ready. So it's actually really easy to get started with something and you build it into something bigger. There's also a full shop, and it does automated digital product delivery. So you just upload your file and your product, and then everything gets taken care of in the background. There's a full email marketing feature. So having that right in with your store and connected everything makes your email marketing so much easier. We have funnels with split testing, which also means you can do bump offers, upsells, downsells, and there's blog feature. And we're going to look at that today because there's some new stuff going on with it. You can make memberships. There's community feature, appointment booking, contact management. You could do quizzes and pop-ups. So tons of stuff. So that with that in mind, maybe we need to turn it over to Yusuf because he's going to in just a moment, actually. So he's going to go through, show us the widgets and the image editing, the SEO stuff, and maybe a couple other things. And just as a note, you guys can ask questions in the chat anytime, and we'll run through this, not like fast, but fairly quickly, just so we can show everything and we can just get all the information to you. But if there's something you want to dig deeper into, like actually see more of a demonstration of something, definitely stay till the end and we will take as much time as you need and actually show you absolutely everything and in as much detail that you need to make it make sense for you. But again, use the chat anytime. And if there are more involved questions, we'll just keep those maybe to the end. And we will also be providing a recording of this, and so that you'll be able to see it later. And we'll actually take out the part that's just about the new feature. So in case you just want to review that part later. So I guess I'm going to hand it over to you, Yusuf. And
Absolutely. Are you able
you're
to
all ready to
see
go.
the screen?
Yes,
Amazing. We got two questions. One of them was, is there a hosting fee? No, the hosting, everything is included in Noomu. So there is absolutely no hosting fee. It's included in your subscription.
In your builder subscription.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it doesn't work like other web builders where sometimes you build it on it, but you still got to get Alligator or Bluehost in order to host it. Like WordPress. No, everything is being handled by us. and we run on AWS system, which is Amazon's secure web services. And it's very quick and fast and reliable. And yes, to the other question about automations, but so let's just begin the demonstration here. We have a lot of widgets to show you, and let's just dive in. Sadly, you can't see my face today, but I hope that the work that I'm going to do will
Hear your
suffice.
wonderful, soothing voice. So thank you.
Yeah, exactly. But at least I get to be in my pajamas and chilling right now. So it feels good. All right. So let's dive in. So one of my absolute favorite new features or widget or whatever you want to call it with Noomu is the actually the SEO feature. And if you log into the builder, you can see right here in the corner or at the top of in the header section at the top right corner, you see there is like an SEO section. If you click on it, it will pop up something like this, and that will give you your SEO score on your page. And that includes the things that it's working for you, which is highlighted in green, and then the things that you need to improve, highlighted in yellow. And then you've got critical errors. These are errors that you need to fix in order to kind of like rank higher with the SEO. So other platforms do provide something like this, but it often comes as a plugin. So you kind of have to purchase it. But with this, it comes built in and it saves you $25 to $35, sometimes a month, and even 50. When we used WordPress back in the day, we used the rank math and it kind of had a similar feature, but we had to pay $50 a month. And with Noomu, you can eliminate that cost automatically. But as you can see, this page already has got a good score and it shows us the things that are working. Here in this section, you see you've got the recommendations, what you need to be working on. And right below here, what's working. So now we know the page title is good, the URL slug is good, the visibility and yada, yada, yada. You have all of these information. So there are certain things that are highlighted that you should be working on. You've got this one here, show widget, and you've got the meta
Oh,
descriptions.
so if
Yeah.
you click that show widget, it actually shows you
Yes.
what you're.
Yeah. So if you show the widget, if you click on the widget, it will show you which widget that you need to kind of go back to the image and work on the text. But if you
Wow.
click on meta description, for instance, it will open it up for you. And then you can edit the meta description right on this page, right?
So
And
you don't have to hunt around or try to figure
yeah.
out. Oh, that's
So
awesome.
here, yeah, it is very awesome. And here, the meta description is yellow, which means that it needs to be worked on. And here, if you read the text right here, it gives you actually a suggestion of what you actually should do, right? Or how much your description should be. Now, the reason why it's yellow is because the description is longer than 70 to 160 characters, right? So if you kind of top it up a little bit, it might improve. Obviously, you got to do it more like you have to make it make sense, right? So right now it didn't change it because we're winging it right at the spot. But these are some of the things that it tells you what you need to do, right? And there will be a video that I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to walk you through this in great details. But because we have a lot of things to show you, so we want to save time and jump on to the next one.
Yeah,
So
that's though. Like you don't, because you technically don't even need to know anything about SEO. It really walks you through it. And if you don't know what the heck is a meta description, you click it and then it
exactly.
pops up and it's right there for you.
Exactly. And as you change it and as you work on it, you will see the score improves. You can work on the score and improve it as much as you want. And obviously the score is out of 100. The closer you are to 100, the better. And when you see it's green, that means you're in a green territory. You've got the green light. So you don't need to work on it more if you have more pages to work on, but you can always work on it. But this one, obviously, it's got critical error. And the critical error is because we have some broken links because this is a demo page, right? So again, the demo page is sending to, let's say, for instance, here, it's sending to, sending to, let's say, a dead page, right? And that's why we're getting the broken link. But again, like this is just for demonstration purposes. So this moment, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we have a bunch of new widgets and new things that you can work on. One of the things that I'm going to show you right now, you have for all of the images that you upload and put, we have added this ability of adding masks, right? And this is to change like the design however you want it, right? So to make it look cool. And you can choose whatever you want. I think I had this one on, so I'm going to leave that on. You can click on reveal animation. So it will do some animation for you. Here you can add the image description, and it's also good for SEO because when you add the description here, you will automatically improve the score in the SEO section that we showed. And then this one here, stretching the image and all that stuff, that's something that we had before. We're not going to focus too much on it. And here, action on click, you can decide what you want it to do. Open in a lightbox or open on a click, right? So you have these kind of options. If you choose it, open on a lightbox means it will open it on a lightbox. It will expand the image, if you will.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. And then
remove. Oh, they're still going. Never mind. Continue.
And then you have the ability to obviously change the image and then choose whatever image you want, right? And the good thing about this new addition that we created, now you see when you hover on any image, you see there's like an edit icon here, right? If you click on it, you get this little widget that pops up. And here you have the ability to kind of adjust the brightness, adjust the contrast if you want to change the image or change the saturation. So you can play around, or you can choose any of these filters that we pre-made and added for you. And you also have the ability to crop the image so that you can do everything in one spot if you want to, right? And obviously I'm not going to click save because I don't want to change the actual image that I have here. But yeah, you have all of these abilities that you can do. And when you click apply, then you see it cropped it for us. You can remove crop. You can flip it upside down and all that stuff.
You don't have to do a lot of the editing sometimes if you want to flip
exactly. Because before,
just put it up and then
exactly, yeah. Before we had to kind of go back to Canva and do some different things and change the brightness. But here it really saves you time because you can do it right on the spot. And it's actually very, very sweet and neat. And in the future, you never know. We always like to surprise you. We might even add the ability for you to add text and stuff like that. But for now, let's just stay focused on what we have done so far. Okay. So I'm just going to discard because I don't want to make the changes that I made. Okay. So here you also have the ability to kind of each column, what we added right now, the ability to create tabs, right? So as you see now it's toggled, right? So if I remove it, it kind of like disappears, it goes away. But if I put it back.
So how do you do that though? That's a widget.
Yeah. So every single column, every single block. Yeah. So every single widget, every single column has got this ability where you can turn it around. So you can see it right here. Like let's say this is a widget, right? That we're working on. And if I click here, I can I can put it on or I can remove it, right? Tabs, now if it's on, then I get the ability to, let's see, did I put it on? Let me just go back. Okay. So now it's on. So when it's on, you can build a tab. You can start on tab number 2. And then once you click on see if I click the first tab, it's home, tab number 2. And then I click on the gear icon. I can name this maybe photos so that you can add photos if you want to. And then I can I can decide to, let's say, put an icon for photos.
And there's a lot more icons too.
There's a lot more icons. And as you can see, it shows up right here. Like,
okay. And then you add whatever you want into there, whatever widgets you want while you're working on that.
Exactly. And if you, yeah, it is actually very cool. And if you want to just work on this tab alone, make sure this is clicked, right? Because this is for the home. I call it home for now, but you can call it whatever you want. And this is for the photo. And then once you come here, let's say you want to add stuff here. So you can come here and you can do all of these different stuff and you can add text. And let me just see here in this one, you can come here and then later on you can decide to just drop an image gallery or maybe a table or whatever you want into this tab. So right now in the first tab, we'll have, so I put, now let me just change that because I put a table because you might want to put information there. So let me just show you here, text. So let's say now you have 2 tabs. One tab is called home. The other one are photos, but obviously I chose to put a table there. Maybe I named that wrong, but here you can put, maybe you can do home or you can do pricing or plans or whatever. So you have this ability to kind of work around and do different things. And as I said, you can drop anything here in this tab so that you can decide to put multiple photos later or just a single photo, and then you can keep on building. And that's the feature that we currently added. And it's the ability to add a tab for now, because
I'm sorry to interrupt. It's not a
Yeah, no
widget,
worries.
right? Because that's what I think is being confused. That's not a
Yes,
widget. That's just a setting. So
it's a setting.
you haven't even showed us the new widgets yet.
Exactly. So right
Just
now I'm just
answer
diving
UCR's
into,
question.
yeah, but I'm gonna turn it off now. And when I
Okay.
do turn it off, as you can see, now it disappears. Now we don't have the tap option. See, now it's gone, right? So you
Mhm.
have the ability to do that. And then obviously we'll dive more or deeper into this later. Now, before, people that have worked on Noomu, if you wanted to add clients' reviews or anything like that, you kind of had to build it one by one. You kind of had to kind of put text here, put stars there, put the picture, and then it was a lot of work. So right now we save you a lot of time by doing basically just this. Come here to the plus icon to add widgets, and then you have the testimonials, and then you come and drop it. Let's say we want to add the testimonials right here, and now you can see the testimonials. So they already come like this with phantom names or fake names and all that stuff. And what you can do, you can just come back here, you can change the image. Let's say this person, Sophia, reviewed you 3 stars, and then you have the ability to put 1, 2, or 3 stars or 5 stars. You can put her actual comment that you copy from Google or whatever, even from the email, and then the role and all that stuff. And let's say now you have 3, 1, 2, 3, and you actually have 4 or 5 reviews. You can add more people here, right? And you do exactly the same thing. You choose an image, you add everything, and then that way you'll have everything lined up right here. But now let me show you how you can, I'm just going to delete it because I already have it here. So I'll show you how you can edit it. So you have
Show us
two
where
options.
show us where the
Sorry.
where the
Yeah.
widget and the widget. That's what people are wondering.
It's right here. Testimonials.
Testimonials.
Yeah, it comes ready for you to kind of add whatever you want. If you want to change the colors and styling, you click on styling, and then you have card background. You can change it to whatever color you need, and you can play around with it. I think for aesthetically, this might look good for what I have. And you can do 5 items per row. That means 5 of them, or you can do 2, right? That way they show up. So you have the ability to customize it however you want, and you can change the text color as you wish. And then there's also another way of styling. This styles the actual, like the boxes that are inside. The wrapper would style, I'll show you. It would add like this kind of stuff. If you, let's say, want to have a border, you want to have like a design that kind of looks
Mhm.
like this, now we have the ability to do that just on the actual thing, right? And I think that there are certain ways that you can show it to, yeah. So the layout, so some people might want to have it like this. They want to have a list, right? Or some
Yeah,
people want to
especially if
have it
they're
as,
longer. If the testimonials are longer, then you probably want them.
exactly. So
Yeah.
you have the ability to create sliders. If we save this and demonstrate, let me show you. So you have something similar to this. Let's say you want to
Oh, that's
create.
so great.
Yeah, I personally don't like this background, so that's or
That's okay.
the yeah. So I would just come back here and just remove everything here, and then that way it disappears. So now it looks more nice and more neat. And if I get to show
Yeah,
you,
we always had
so
sliders, but with the testimonial now it's built in because I built ours manually because I did a slide
exactly.
testimonials. Now you just enter the it's lovely.
Yeah, so it saves you a lot of time, and it's actually very handy, and I love it. And yeah, this is amazing testimonials, a feature that we added. We also have testimonials for videos. I'll show you that later. Another cool thing that we added, before, you kind of built lists manually. Now you can see I added lists here. And the way you do it, you just come here to the icon here, icon list, and you drop it. Let's say you want to drop it right here. Now you have your lists. Let me just change the styling so that you can actually see what I'm working on. This one takes on the automatic default colors that you set up in your system. Okay. So now you can see you can show it in a table format.
Okay.
If you want the list to show like this, or you can have it in a card format, or do the standard format right here. Okay. And the way you can do it, you can add more items to the list. Let's say you want to keep on building, you can add
put
a
a
list.
description to it too.
Yes, you can put a description and you can also add a link. So these can become
Nice.
clickable. So you can add whatever link to whichever page that you want. And then the item becomes clickable. And then that way people can click on it, right? How can you use this? If you want to list items, for me, I chose to use it here. As you can see, this is a list. So yeah, you can put anything in the list that describes your service or that describes the features that you work on. Okay. Another cool feature that we have added, which is not a widget, but it's actually a feature. It's called the free move right here. So if it's clicked, if you click on it, that means you can move this box wherever you want. Right. So
Magic.
yeah. So before yeah, it's actually pretty cool. Before you had to, if this is not clicked, you can't really, it becomes like part of the column. So you can just move it up or down or sideways. But with the free range or free move, I'm thinking about free range chicken egg, but yeah, with the free move, you can do pretty much whatever you want. You can move it however you want, right? So that's actually a very nice, neat feature. So it's good to use. So I'm not gonna save it because I don't want to make changes to this one.
Yeah, you
So
could
yeah,
layer them too, right? Like you could choose what to bring in front and what to bring below. So if you put something over top of an image and then you can
yes,
choose what's in the front and what's not. Kinda like
exactly. Yeah,
guideline in Canva, right? When you're doing the different layers and bringing things out. Now you can do this right on your website.
exactly. And just to show you, like you can work on the design as well. Same way you have styling or wrapper. The styling is obviously for the text and all that stuff. The wrapper would be if you want to, let's say, remove the border or the padding, or if you want to remove the border altogether,
Yeah.
this, right? Or change the style. So you have that ability to do that. So I'm going to discard, I'm not going to save the changes because I don't want to change this one here. Yeah. So you have all of these different abilities. So I'm going to put this back to grid and I'm also going to actually make it 4 because we have 4 comments. That way it's aesthetically, it's good. This list item, I'm going to remove it because I just created it. But I showed you how to create this and the list is very useful and it's the icon list right here. Before you kind of had to build it manually and it was annoying. Now you can do it this way and it's very good. So now let's move on to the next amazing feature. You have the timeline. Let me just see where I can find it here. It's right here. You click on the plus icon and you have the timeline. You can just take it, drag and drop, you put it right there. So what is the timeline? The timeline is basically you can describe the customer journey, what they will learn when they take the course, or you can describe your own journey, what you have done and what you will be doing. And for this example, and I'm going to delete this because this is the timeline. I chose to put my fitness journey, how my passion for movement became a mission to help others feel stronger. So my fitness journey began 2018. I became a certified trainer 2022 and then started coaching clients 2021 and launched my own program 2024. Here, you can keep on building on your timeline. Right now, I have only four sections or four milestones. Let's say I want to add another milestone. Yeah, I can just click here and then I do whatever this new thing is. I'll just put blah, 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 right? I'll put a date if I want to. Let's do that. We're not in 2028. And then you put a description and you can
Magic of
change
you.
it. Yeah, I found awesome icons as well. So you have that ability. And on top of it, you also, again, showed you here. Let me just move this one here so that it's more visible for everybody. You've got the styling. The styling is pretty much, again, it's about how you want it to present. You can choose
Oh,
this layout.
cool.
You need to save
Right.
before I actually can do. So you can,
Details.
your timeline can become something like this, right? That's one of the layouts. Or you can go back to your timeline. I'm actually going to remove this because it's not.
That's great for even describing courses and stuff like that, telling them the
Absolutely.
different modules that they will and like
Absolutely.
a cool visual that looks
Yeah. And
cute to
it-
me.
yeah, no, totally. And then you have another timeline layout. You can lay it out like this if you want that. Some people might like this design or better. Or you have, if you come back to styling, you've got put the details below, or you can put just horizontal. So this one, let me just show you how this one actually looks when you do that. So you come down here, you can, when you hover, they get the description they added, right? And then you can also, I think, yeah, you can decide if this should show at the bottom or at the top. So you have the ability to customize that as much as you want, right? And very useful, again, as Al said, and as I mentioned earlier, these are good for describing the customer journey or your own journey or what your course is about. It could be like course, the personal development, first module, this is what you're going to learn about. And the time, first month, you're going to learn about this. Second month, you're going to learn about that. And then you can put a sales button or a button that leads to a sales page below, right? So literally you have the ability to do whatever you want. You can change, move it however you like as well. So that's a very amazing, powerful feature.
Yeah,
And then
like expert designers, you guys, all of us. And also, if you're looking at this and like, this is complicated and I wouldn't know how to use that, that's the beauty of it is you can just do straight plain pages. And then as you get ideas, start diving into these extra features to make your site more kind of interactive and usable. This is wonderful.
yeah. And honestly, once we had these available and brought to us by our developers right away, I worked on it, and it doesn't take you a long time to actually understand. All you got to do is just work on it, play around with it, and then you can do so many amazing things with it, right? Just to show you here, we go preview mode. Now you have this scrolling text. I'll show you exactly how to add it. And then you also have this ability to kind of do a before and after that can,
Wow.
yeah,
You
it's
guys, I'm
actually,
acting surprised because I've been digging into the blog and doing other stuff and getting ready for the boot camp. I haven't even been able to look at everything yet.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's actually very amazing. So let me show you how to actually add this, and then I'll show you the comparison image. And the comparison image, you can, as I said, like, yeah, or maybe I didn't say that. You can compare the customer journey, whether it's related to fitness or any course or whatever, or if you want to put a book cover here and then the content inside of the book, if you want to just give them a preview, you can use this feature, and I will show you how to do that. So first, let me show you how to add this scrollable text, scrolling text. So this is the feature that you need to add, and it's right here. It's called scrolling. And all you got to do is just come and drop it here in any of the widgets. And then you've got text only, and then you can decide here what it should say. Let me just change the color so that it's more visible for people. Scroll in color. Let's do that black. Okay, there you go. So now you can see it better. So you have the ability to increase the font, reduce the font, right? And you can put some nice words here. You can put this is where you put what you want it to show, right? Show this, right? And then when you do that, show this. Let's go back to edit that. And then you have the ability to reduce the speed or make it faster. You have the ability to make it slower, right? So again, you have total control here. And then you also have the ability to come here to the wrapper, and then you can change things. You can add padding, or you can add border if you want to, and then radius. So you can have something like literally whatever you want. If you don't like having borders, you can just remove them altogether. So very powerful feature. You can have multiple, one scrolling text for something, and then the other one is for something totally different. Again, this is a very useful feature, and you can find it here. It's just for aesthetics, and it might look good. And if you add animations and moving parts to your website, because that might make people stick longer and trying to read what it says in the text. And then that way, if it increases dwell time, right? Dwell time is very important for SEO. Somebody comes to your page and clicks on the page, spends more time on the page because they're trying to read different stuff. Then obviously they increase dwell time, and that gives Google the sign that, you know what, this page actually capture people's attention and it's got a good user experience. So they might start recommending it much more often, right? And then also you have the SEO where you can start working on things. Now, this is I think it's my favorite because I like it a lot. And the way you would add this one, you come here and you scroll down to image comparison. Okay. So the image comparison, you just drop it wherever you want. And you have the left image and you have the right image. You can literally choose whatever you want to put here. We're going to choose this Noomu, beautiful picture. And then here, yeah, here below, you can choose a focal point where you want it to focus on. So you have so if you want to have it focus on this or have focus on that, you have that ability. Okay. And then here you can choose the label, what you want to name it. And here it says before and here after. So this is for this part. This is for the bottom image. Okay. So the bottom one, let me just choose. Okay. Okay.
Noomu, he's in the caricature folder.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you can, again, decide the focal point. You can decide the start position where you want to start it. You
So
want to start it here.
you are stretching it, or it's like, can
No.
you also show the whole image?
Yeah. I'm just showing you how to edit, and then I'll show you the whole.
Oh,
But here, the starting point shows you
Oh.
where you want this to begin, right? So if you want to, I tend to put it at 50%. That means it's 50 of the left side image and a 50 of the right side image, right? You will end up with something that looks like this, right? So, and obviously this example that I did live is not as practical as the one that I did below. And this is a very good way of using it. So it's very easy to use. Again,
Yeah, like your room remodels or
but yeah,
like showing the
so
same theme improved.
yeah, if you're a designer, if you're a photographer, whatever that is, you can put an image of a guy and say, this is you before, and then this is you after I take your photos.
Yeah,
You know,
or touching up of photos and stuff too, right? The Photoshop or whatever showing off.
exactly. Yeah. Or, yeah, exactly. Or polishing things like this is the work that I do. Or if you're a designer of any sort, whether you're interior designer, this feature would be actually very helpful for you as well. Okay. So again, this is where you find it. It's in the image comparison right here. Okay. And
That
that
is
is,
only in the image comparison.
yes, it's only
Okay.
images. Exactly. And then the text, you can add it above or below, whichever way you like. And then we have another one that is really cool, which is the one that you see here right below, which is the image autorator. Okay. It kind of like what you got to do is just take it, drop it. And then here you can start building and add images however you want. So if you want to add this one here, and then I want to add another image, I want to add this one. And if I want to add another one, and these could be like your courses or your clients or anything like that, right? So that way it will kind of do something similar to this. As you can see here, it's very nice and easy. So it starts kind of like rotating all of the images, and you can see the different styles that I did here. You can do a grayscale, and I'll show you how to do. You can also choose to make the images clickable, and I'll show you how to do that. For this, let me just come down here and I'll show you. So now we have two images here. Here you've got the layout. You can choose the static grid or the marquee scrolling. You can do whatever you want. The static means basically it's just stay static. And you got to add more images in order to make it kind of like center and all this stuff. But if you use the marquee, I don't know how to pronounce this. I've been in Sweden too long now, so
Marquee?
losing
In English, we say marquee.
Marquee. Okay, then I guess I said it correctly. You can add a heading here as well, which will show up there as well. As you can see, it will show up right here. And then you have the ability to style the heading, text style. You can choose different color. Let's say you want to do it. You want to have it yellow, and you want to increase the font. So you can literally play around and do it however you want, right? So obviously in this example, just to save time, I'm not going to do much with it. And then you have the ability I'm actually going to remove the text altogether because it doesn't fit here. And then you have the ability to choose grayscale. Grayscale means it makes it grayish, right? And then here, open image in Lightbox on click. So do you remember like when I clicked it, it opened it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is the one that once you have it on, that means that's what it's going to do. If you don't want that, you can remove it completely. And here you get to decide the image height, the rotation speed, and then the border radius. You have the ability to play around and do whatever you want.
That's the best way to learn all these widgets too, is just
Yes.
don't worry so much about what you want it to look like at first. Just go in, play with everything. You'll find things
Yeah.
in there that you didn't even realize you had control over. Even the widgets we already had too. There's always more you can do with it, and just be patient with yourself and
Yeah.
dig into everything.
Totally, totally. So it's very good and it's very useful in so many different ways. And you also have the ability to customize the wrapper. And again, now you're pretty much familiar with the wrapper. It's similar for every widget. You might want to create something like this, where you want the images to rotate within the box itself, right? And then it will be, let me just choose. Yeah. So it will be, yeah, something like this, right? Now you have different designs. So let's just look at it. So you have this ability to do different things. As you can see, the options are endless. I'm going to delete this one. And as I said, the best way to learn is just on your page, just go here or on your website. Sorry, go to pages, create a new page, call it demos or whatever you want to call it, like empty
Interesting thing.
page, and then demo. And then on that page, just start playing around with it, right? And you can even actually hide it from the public. I'll show you when you
Yes.
practice. You can hide it from the public. And the way you do it is by coming here, public access, you do password protected. And then you put a password. That means now it's hidden from the public. They won't be able to access it. So you can play around with it without them seeing what you're doing, right? Without actually having any of your pages kind of look incomplete. Okay. So now let's move to the next widget, which is the stat counter. And like websites, when you visit, they say we have 500 clients and 10,000 workouts completed and 99% client success rate or whatever. How you do, you just come here, and you sorry.
I'm just kidding that 99.9% success
I
rate.
know, I know, I know, I know. That's it, ENT to kind of create the text for me and then put like 95% and I changed it to 99. I don't know.
Oh,
Um,
you want
It feels
that.
better. Okay. But here you have the ability I just did it without actually
Yeah, it's
told
just a
you.
nice way. You can do this in blog posts too, to just highlight certain things
Absolutely.
that you want.
Absolutely.
You maybe statistics or anything. And it's just a nicer layout, right? That really draws the eye in, and you don't need to know
Absolutely.
HTML to get it done.
Absolutely. And so I'm just going to show you where to get it from. The plus icon here, stat counter. You take it, drop it anywhere you want, and then it will open up this little box. You can move it to the center if you want to, and then start working on it. And here you can edit the text. What do you want it to say? 10,000 or 2,000 or 200, right? And it does the animation for you. And then you can add their specifics. Obviously, often the people put sign, and then here you can
Like
put the
dollar
text.
sign or percentage.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Once you have that, you can edit this next one, and then you can edit the next one. Let's say you want to add another item here. You just going to click add here, and then it will add it for you. And it will give you the ability to do exactly what I showed you and use that label and then the number, the suffix. And there you go. Now you have something like this. Now I'm going to delete this. And again, like it, remember the free move? You can click on the free move and then you can move it wherever you want to, right? I wouldn't recommend to put it above anything, but it's just before you kind of had to do something like this and that. And sometimes it's not centered and you might like, be like, I want to have it centered. So if you have this one checked, you can just move it very easily. Okay. All right. Okay. So I think I'm going very slow with this presentation, but there are two more things that I'm going to show you, and then the rest will show you somewhere else as well, or in the upcoming videos that we will create. Now you have, let me just see, help me to see
Probably
pricing
under
here.
sale.
These are the two. These are the two.
Yeah.
Perfect. So you have one box that is pricing comparison, and then one is for pricing. And these are the two boxes basically. Before, when you created your own pricing plan and all that stuff, you had to build it manually on the builder, and it was a headache. And people said, we want something simple to use, right? And these two widgets, the pricing comparison, you can literally just I'm going to take the pricing for now. You can just drop it anywhere you want, right? And then once you do that, so let's just scroll. Now you see it. Now you just come here to edit. and then custom plans. And then you have the starter. You can change the label here the same way you would change everything else. You can put the $, the price per month, and all that stuff. You can add a link to the plan. Let's say you have now 1, 2, 3 plans. You want to add the fourth plan. You can just keep on clicking here and keep on adding, right? So that's basically how easy it is. So you'll have multiple plans showing. And you can also work on the design and make it look like this. And how would you do that? You just, again, it's very simple. Everything is similar. You go to styling and then you choose different colors, background colors, and all of these. And then you can also choose to have it displayed in different formats and different ways, right? Again, when you choose this, just make sure you work on the colors so that it actually reflects what you want it to, how you want it to look like. Okay. And for the comparison, it works exactly the same way. The only difference is that you might want to compare prices between you and your competitors, right? Or even between the plans, the different courses that you have. And you do it the same way by coming here and then change all of this information. So the first one is about the plans. So it would be like this course, that course, and whatever, or starter plan, pro, business, and new plan. And then here you can list the features, how many features you want, right? You want to list below, right? And the features will show up right here and the plans will show up right here. So think about this would be like these columns, or this row here, but these columns. And then that's for that. Okay. So again, it's very simple. If you want to play around with it, you can totally do that. And it's very easy. And then we have the chart. And this might not be for everybody, but some people might want to use it. What it does here, let me just pull out the chart. It's right here. So you just take it from there and then drop it right here. And then you have the ability, if you're into finance or you want to show different things, you have the ability to show the data in so many different ways, right? So you have the styling here. You can show the bar chart. You can do a line. You can do area. You can do a combo bar and line, and then you can do a donut, like a gauge. And then you can change the colors however you want and put all of the data the way you would want it to be displayed. And the data is right here. If you want to add more data, you just click here and then you just name the item and put the value, and then it will automatically do it for you. And the wrapper, again, you can just come and customize the wrapper however you want, and the same way I showed you. So this is kind of the same steps. So I don't want to repeat it and I'm not saving it. And then you have another feature, which is tables. Again, like before, you kind of had to build everything from scratch. Now you can just come here to the table.
Yeah, the table, that is amazing.
Yeah.
Right away.
So you can break down things. So let's say you want to break down things, but it's not a plan. And then this is the table, and then you can work on it. You can build it, and it's very useful. And again, like all of these new features, you can see like they kind of like function or not in terms of customizing the design. They kind of work the same way. So once you learn one widget and how to customize it, pretty
Yes.
much it's easy to apply, or it's easily applicable for everything else. So you just got to learn one thing fast, and then after that, you should be good to go. So this is an old example of how we built plans. Like you can see, we had to kind of come here and then add text and all that stuff. So right now you can use just the plan, the pricing feature, and it will save you a ton of time. And there is one more thing that I'd like. Oh, actually, there's more than one thing. This is actually one of my absolute favorites. You can actually create hotspots. And what does a hotspot mean? You have the ability to kind of put an image. Let's say you sell planter boxes or you sell whatever you want. Now, obviously, this is very diverse page because I wanted to give as many examples as possible. So hotspots will give you the ability to kind of create these kind of, let's say you're selling planter boxes or something like that. This will be it, right? And you can actually make them clickable. Okay. And how do you use?
Wow.
Yeah. And in order to use the hotspot, let me just.
But where now? I don't remember where.
Yeah, I know.
You get used to it after a while.
You will get used to it. Yes.
Where am I? Not in
I
my
think, right here, hotspot. So instead of, if you want to,
media. That makes sense. It's under media.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you put a regular image, then you can't create a hotspot with it. But if you choose
Put
the
a
hotspot
hotspot image. Okay.
then you have the ability to add the image right? You can come here to our, let's say, shop. And then you have kind of like something like this, right? So you upload the image and then you can choose your hotspots right here. You can move it, right? You can put hotspots for
Yeah.
t-shirts and another hotspots, let's say for the coat, right?
Yeah.
And then another hotspot for something else, right? And then that way, if I move this one here, you can create as many hotspots as you want. You just gotta click this one
That's
here.
kind of great for even information graphics too, if you want
Absolutely.
give
Absolutely.
people even more information when they want to dig into different topics and stuff.
Yes, I've been working with the client just for privacy. I'm not going to mention the client, but if he's sitting here, he will probably know exactly who I'm talking about. So he created basically not to delve too much into what he's doing, but he's creating an image that has got, but they look like it has got buttons on it, right? For different pages, different rooms or whatever you want to call it. And now with this feature, before he asked me like, how can we make this clickable? Can we add a button there? Now he can easily just add the hotspots where he wants to. And that way, when people click on them, then they go directly there. I'm going to just show you one more thing. Each hotspot allow you again to add title, description, and an icon if you want to, and also a link. So if you wanted to link to a certain page, product, whatever, you can do that. And then you have this option down here as well. So that's the hotspot. Is actually very a useful feature and we like it. So it will look eventually something like this. Okay. Like that, right? Sorry, right here. You have. So it's going to
Yeah.
be like that. Now, obviously I didn't make them clickable, so I do
Yeah. Yeah.
apologize. But
Well,
so
no,
trying
we
to
got that.
on.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we have testimonial videos
Oh
that
yeah.
you can add and should be
It's under, I think
yeah,
it's
here.
under, yeah.
Yeah. Video testimonials. You just drop it and then you add the videos, remove the videos. It works exactly like the way I
So
showed you with other icons. And then you also have the ability to add testimonials in a form of, and I think it should be right here, in a form of, let's say, oh, actually, that one I did show you.
you did show us. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's the
There's
same
one,
thing essentially, but it's with video.
exactly.
Right?
There's
Yeah.
one more, which is this one here. If you want to display your team members or if you want to put
Oh,
something like that,
cool.
you can do that. And then you can add Alex Morgan, Jordan Lee, and then you keep on adding use of Kalan or wherever you want to do.
That's so
And then,
cool. I just did that
yes,
manually too.
yeah. So right now it saves you a lot of time and it's very useful. And then you also have the ability to add something like this if I see the videos.
In
Yeah,
the media.
yeah, media. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
video
And it's
content
also,
we always
yeah,
have. I think you've shown us
yeah,
everything that's new under media.
yes. Okay, one more thing that I'm going to show you, and it is this one here. Sorry, right here. So before, if you edited this page, it would automatically edit the mobile section. And once you made changes to the mobile, it made changes to the desktop. Right now, we have the ability to actually just customize the mobile without having it to interfere with the desktop, right? So if you move this text up or down, right? If you do this up or down, it's only going to move it for the mobile. Okay. And then you
That's
can
great.
also, if you move it like this in the center or to the right or whatever, it's just going to do it for the mobile. So once you finish your building your website, you go and visit the mobile and then you start editing the mobile however you want to, right?
Yeah.
So,
And
and
just one thing to tell them too, which has
Mhm,
always been there under the mobile editing. And
mhm.
sometimes it doesn't make sense in mobile. There is just at the
Yes.
very top, you just click reverse column order. So maybe you're putting image, text, image, and then when
Mhm.
you look on it mobile, it does it in order. It's actually easy to fix that. You don't even have to move it around. You just click that. It's at the top there. Show the reverse column order there on the left. I'm pointing up
Exactly.
so anyone can see what.
Exactly.
Did you see it?
So
Where is it?
no,
Oh, it's when your mouse is there. So there. So it says reverse column order on the left side. If you
yeah,
ever find that things are in the wrong order, just click that and that will probably fix a lot of things where you don't actually have
yeah,
to move it around, but you do have the control to move things around.
yeah.
Yeah.
And now when you do this, it's not gonna affect the desktop. That's the good
Yeah,
thing, right?
that's
So
awesome.
yeah, and I would also recommend to use like here you can decide how you want the header to look and all that stuff.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And then here you can, I would recommend if you work on this mobile, make sure you work when you change the text, work on the global text style. That means if you change anything here, it will change it for the entire website. So it makes it consistent. So if you make this text like red or blue, the headline will become red or blue for everything else. Now, this is also another cool thing. So match desktop and mobile font family. You can do that. So if you want to, let's say you don't want to do it separately for mobile and the text now I'm talking about, okay? For mobile and desktop, you can click this one. And when you do that, whatever changes you make here, it's going to match it, as long as this one is toggled, is going to match it to everything else.
So much more
So
cool.
yes. And again, these are, with the time that I have, these are the features that the new features that we have. You've got the SEO, very powerful, and you've got the rest as well. And yeah, so you can have something looking similar to this or even better. Honestly, like I spent only 15 or 20 minutes on this one. And yeah, you can customize it. You do whatever you want. So you see, like you're getting a lot of new amazing features. And now Alice will be taking over in order to, I believe the next section is the blog, correct? No.
Yes. Sorry, I was reading. I heard it went in here, but it didn't process. Because I was reading comment. But yes,
Okay.
yes, it's my turn, and yeah, I'm ready. And let's just take one last look at that, and then let me make sure I am in here. Yes, and back to Zoom. And yeah, Sonia, that it was just actually before you go, Yusuf, would you scroll down to the team members thing that you had? That was just the team members widget, and it's found under other. And then that's where you can put where you put that's what you're talking about. So you
Yep.
can put as many people there. You can even just have yourself there or whatever, but you and your husband,
Yes.
yeah, you can put that, and it has an option to put the social media accounts just on you.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All
Mm.
right. So I guess I will share now. Is that all right?
Yep. You can definitely, and I'll be keeping an eye on the chat. So if you guys have any questions, answer them to the best of my ability in the chat.
Your turn now to do the chat. So the blog has a lot more control over how the posts look. There's new layouts. There's also more SEO control over things. Let me just quickly look at the list. So yeah, and also the tags. You now have your categories and your tags that you can manage here, and your tags. So now you have a place for that. Before, you don't know if you knew, it was kind of sort of hidden away and it was a little confusing. So I will tell you, if you have been using the blog, do go look at yours. You might see some categories in there that maybe you're like, why are they there? And it's from us using templates and stuff before, that there might be old categories in there, but you just go in and you just delete them. And if you do feel confused about that, that's why that's there. But it's because we didn't have a dashboard for it. So you couldn't actually see everything that was there and control it. I don't usually use tags, so we don't have any tags here. And then so there's new layouts for the blogs as well. I'll go back to blog posts. So you have a different kind of dashboard here. You may have seen it because it has been kind of rolled. This part has been rolled out in the past couple weeks. And then now everything that Yusuf has shown you is active in there. But you now can and you have your mobile and everything set, and you have control over the layout. So now this was always a single type of layout. Now you can make the featured image on top. You can have different layouts of the images. And going back to the settings, now you also have, you can have comments, not have comments. You can have the shared, that's always there. But where am I going? Oh, it's under the style. Just one second. I'll just show you what's here. So what I did was I clicked that gear icon, and you can have same thing there, but now there's the SEO tab. That's actually new. And so is a custom code tab. If you have maybe something tracking pixel or something you want to do for a specific post or any other kind of code that you need to do, that's new. in there. So now you can add your meta description, and this is where you'll also control the URL of the post, which can impact your SEO as well. And then under header, this is what I wanted to say. So I went to styling, header. Now you can decide if you want the date and time showing or not. You don't have to have the author showing. You can show the categories if you want. There's also the subheading. The preview text. You can actually have that on your post if you want or not. It's all optional. And same with your blog list. You can control now how blog content is where you control how this looks. And so you can have I've removed the date and stuff like that because I don't want the date showing. I don't want comments showing because number of comments because we don't have comments on these posts. So what you do there is, I'll show you again how I've got here. So I went to blog content. I click on this and then I go edit. And now here in this, you have control to hide the author, hide the date, hide number of comments. If you don't want the description showing, you can hide that too. You have control over how that looks. And obviously you're always able to do a smaller image, a larger image, or however you wanted to do it. I just have the full size. So it looks kind of nice too, and you can hide the sidebar. So sometimes you want to make articles where people are really focused on what they're reading, right? And you don't want all that blog navigation on the side. That you can choose that per post as well. That was here. I go back. It's been a few days since I used it, so I have to remember where it is. And I'm on that's not there. So we go into the post, and is it here? No. So I said that I was gonna hide what did I just, the sidebar. I forgot where it is, guys. Why did I forget?
It's okay.
Oh my gosh. Oh, is it here? Oh, show
There,
sidebar.
show sidebar.
Settings. So yeah, so that would put the sidebar back in and you can have it out. But this way, yeah, you can do landing pages for ads and stuff like that because you can control completely where people go. Sometimes if you're doing an ad or you're doing a very focused promotion, you don't want people wandering around. You want them focused on your content. So that's easy to do now. All right. So that's basically the blog for now. I think I showed you, yeah, custom code, SEO. So let's get back to what we were going to talk about next. Is there maybe some quick, if there is any, I'm sure you said that you're in there answering questions, but if there is any quick question before we continue on.
There's one that might be relevant to everybody.
Okay.
Can the URL for the blog be different from your domain, or do I create subdomain for the blog?
Oh, yeah, you can't. No, there's no way to put a subdomain for the blog. The only way you would be able to do that is if you built a separate website and then put it. Yeah. So it would just be, but you control what it says. You can absolutely control so it wouldn't be a subdomain, but when you go under here, pages, this is actually your blog. And normally when you look at it, it says blog. I changed it to online business ideas. But if you click that where it says blog, you can control the URL there. So it doesn't have to say blog. So if you're mywebsite.com and you want it to say something else there, you just put it in there.
Yeah, just a quick tip, the URL slug, whatever you're going to put there, make sure it is the key word that you're targeting for SEO purposes. Just quick.
This is the overall blog URL, right? That's what I'm showing you. The posts, yes, the posts is up here, the SEO, and you want to have that. So this is about starting an online bookshop or online bookstore. And so we have a URL for the post. So what I was showing over here is just for the blog. Yeah. So maybe you use your blog to show patterns or projects or something like that. You could put mysite.com/projects. You have total control over that, just not a subdomain. And you can also set your blog as a homepage. So that if you really did want a subdomain, you could set up a separate website, set the blog as your homepage on the second one, and then specify your subdomain. But that's more advanced stuff. And if whoever was asking that, and if they want to help doing something like that, happy to talk with you and help you figure out how you can get that done. All right, so let's go back. So we're going to talk about the website and funnel building boot camp. We are so excited about this because it's really for anybody who wants to build their next website or funnel. So if you've already built a website or you're still in the process of building that website, you can come and yeah, Bill put his hand up. Yes, you can come and we'll give, there's instruction every day. It's a 4-day boot camp and we're going to take you from beginning to end, keep you from overthinking, keeping you from just moving forward, doing this and getting it done. So you can improve what you've been working on. You can make another website or just dig into a funnel. If you don't use Noomu right now, you can also join us. All you have to do is take the free trial. It's free for 14 days. And then you come in, you learn a ton, you build something, and if you like it, you keep it. If you don't, then you continue on. But I think you'll still get a ton of it out of it. And once you're digging into Numo, hopefully I think you will absolutely love it and want to keep what you've worked so hard on. So yeah, so everybody is welcome to join in. And if you do struggle with staying focused and getting things done, I really would say just do it. Just sign up, show up for the sessions, and I'll tell you our schedule and all that stuff in a second, and just get things done. We're going to sit in the room with you while you're working. We'll be working on something as well. Maybe we'll be digging into the new widgets and improving pages, and we can show you along the way what we're working on as well. But we'll stay there with you. And that way you have that accountability. And if you have friends who are maybe want to start their online business, or maybe they have something going, maybe they're selling things on Facebook and doing it the hard way, encourage them to come. Because if you have a friend joining in, then it's easier to stay accountable with each other and make sure you get it done. So I'll tell you what's included with the boot camp. So when you sign up, you're going to get our instant download of a website and funnel building workbook. And it's going to coincide with the sessions that we do, but it'll help you prepare and kind of do background information. Now you can grab the workbook right away and start working on it, and you'll be even more prepared for the sessions, or you can choose to work on the workbook in the sessions as well. It's your time. Use it how you want. We're going to get together for 3 hours each session. There's going to be 2 sessions each day, and I'll show you that in a second. So there's actually an opportunity to work for 6 hours if you want to join. You can join 1 session a day, 2 sessions a day, at whatever you want. But that way you can commit to yourself and make sure that you're getting things done. Each session is going to have expert strategy, tech and strategy session with it. So the beginning part of the session will be instruction, telling you how to get the things done, and you'll get feedback and support as you build. We're sitting in the room with you while you do it. So if you get stuck on anything, you'll be able to help. We'll be able to help you right then and there. And I think I'm going to show you oh, there it is. Okay. And then also when you complete the boot camp, so you attend the 4 sessions, at least the instructional part. So you get what we're trying to teach you, and you publish your website or funnel, we do have a free gift for you. And we will get together with you for a 30-minute private marketing review. We're calling it our website health check. So we will find out what it is you're trying to accomplish with your site and give you suggestions on how to get people through the path, purchasing your products and going from there, and can even help you with some promotion strategies and stuff like that. So all you have to do is show up, do the sessions, publish your new website or finish your website or funnel, and we'll do that for you. So the sessions that we have is day 1, we're going to talk about planning your website and or funnel. It could be both. You can actually end up doing both throughout the session. We'll do the planning the first day, and we'll be creating the key website pages that day. Day 2 is going to be setting up your first offer, and that's where the funnel comes in. If you are not using funnels, you can still create offers, and you'll have a way to do that as well. So it could be a free offer. It could be a paid product. If you're just starting out, then a free offer is a good idea, but let's not worry about those details. We'll walk you through and make sure you know your options. Also, if you don't have products, do not worry about that at all either. You can promote things by signing up for affiliate programs, right? Where you sign up with companies, you get a special referral link, and you get a commission. So you do not have to think, okay, I need to have a bunch of products or anything. You don't even have to have a single product to do this. And day 3, we'll be doing email marketing and follow up because as I mentioned, the email marketing is built in right into Noomu and it's so seamless. It's so easy to just start following up with people, segmenting them so people are divided based on what they purchased or what actions they took and stuff like that. We're going to dig into that on day 3. And day 4 is going to be a lot of review and refine, making sure everything is okay. And we'll dig into some promotion and traffic building. And the free workbook has all these sections in there for you as well. And I'll show you, we could take a quick peek at the workbook as well so that you know what's going on with it. And then this is the schedule. So we're going to start September 1st. We're going to actually have 2 rounds. And you can join either, you can join both. So we'll do one in September, we'll do one in October, and it's going to be 2 sessions a day, and the times are the same for both sessions to keep it easier for you. So September 1st to 4th, that's a Tuesday to a Friday. We'll meet at 11 a.m. Eastern and 7 p.m. Eastern. There's 2 sessions. And then it's going to be Tuesday, October 6th to 9th. And it's 11 a.m. again and 7 p.m. Eastern that you can choose. So go to 1, go to 2, go to 3, go to 4. You can go to all 4 if you want. If you really want to dig deep. Because if you feel like you might need more time or you have more questions or you want to dig into some of those awesome widgets that Yusuf was showing you and you need help with those, we will do that. So I think what we're creating for you is no more excuses, right? No more excuses not to get it done. We're going to be sitting there with you. Just sign up, show up, and just take the time. You can stay for as long as you want in each session. If maybe say you don't have the whole 3 hours in the morning, but you want to catch up in the evening, do that. It's totally up to you. The only trick is that we do need to register by August 31st because we need to know how many people we're going to have and want to make sure that we are prepared and ready. And then the boot camp will start September 1st. So whether you want to join in October or you want to do both, or you want to get started right on September 1st, make sure you register by the 31st, which is Monday, or why not just register now? And then you'll get your workbook right away and we'll be able to get started. So it's at noomu.com/bootcamp. I don't know if Yusuf, you can put that into the chat for
Yeah.
us. So yeah, so spaces, we have space for lots of people, but it is limited. Make sure you book yours. And it's an opportunity to build faster without so important, right? You can make your website better at any time, but a functioning website that you get out there and you start driving traffic to, you're going to be more motivated to work on it because things are starting to grow and you're learning how the feedback that people give you. And you're going to get strategy beyond having a really nice looking website. You know that Yusuf and I don't just focus on website building or web design because neither of us are really actually web designers. We're marketers, we're entrepreneurs. We are here to teach you how to use your website as a lead generating and a sales producing tool. So you're going to get that part of it. So all you have to do again is register, show up, trust the process of what we're going to show you. We're going to tell you to do something and you'll be like, I don't know, just do it. You can change it later. Just walk through it and you'll see how it works. I've shared many stories about me signing up for different training and stuff too, and just walking through the process and how much further ahead I get than other students who have not done the thing. I talked about the stand-up comedy shows. I'm sure some people here have heard that story a few times, but it's a great story because I signed up for a stand-up comedy class and the goal was that at the end of the class, you have a 5-minute stand-up session. And about 14 of us, and you're going to know, Alice, you're changing the numbers, and I'm changing the numbers because I don't remember the numbers properly. But about 14 people signed up. Soon enough, there were like 8 people showing up after a few lessons. And by the very end, I think only 3 of us actually went on stage. But the reason I got on stage is not because I'm hilarious, that I do think sometimes, yes, I am. It was because I listened to the teacher. I did things that I was uncomfortable with that I was like, this sounds dumb. I followed the exercises. I just did it. And I was able to do that. Or for you, maybe you're on a health journey and you have got an app where tracking your calories and your exercise. Like, I don't want to do this, but you do it anyways and you follow the process and you get the result. Now, building a business isn't as maybe as simple as following instructions to get into shape because there's so many more variables. But if you follow our process, I swear that you're going to get closer and closer and you're going to learn from that. And again, invite your friends if you can. When you sign up at noomu.com/bootcamp, there is a little invitation, one of your steps suggesting that tell your friends. And if they know you're doing this and you don't tell them, and they want to build a website too, they might actually be mad at you if you don't share it with them. And it's so great. You know that when you do classes, you do exercise classes, you do art classes, whatever, it's always more fun with a friend and you can share and you make sure that you go, right? You can skip classes when you're not being held accountable.
I don't want to dump too much information on you guys, but you guys have the ability to become a Noomu ambassador as well. So you can even build a website on Noomu and then become a Noomu ambassador and start promoting Noomu. And then whoever signs up through your effort and link, you'll be able to make free commissions. We have even videos for you to share. We've got content for you to share
Yeah,
so that
you
you
can
don't have to
actually
worry about it.
join the affiliate program to share the boot camp with your friend too. And if they sign up
Yes.
with Sumo, you will get a cut. So if you bring a few friends, a few of them sign up, you might have a free Noomu plan. So if you go to, let's see, if we go to, do I have it on here? If you go to, that's the sign up page, but let's just go to Noomu. I believe it says it's over here, ambassadors program affiliates. I'll put it in the chat since I'm here. You can sign up there. You can grab a link. You could set up a link to the boot camp and or just send them directly there, whatever works for you. And so when when you sign up, you're going to get this workbook, and I'm not going to go through the whole thing. It's fairly lengthy, but what I want to show you is that there's a little introduction and it tells you where our headquarters are, where you can find out everything about it in where, if you need to start your 14-day trial of Noomu. But what it suggests here is you don't need to do anything before the sessions. You can do it during the sessions, but if you want to kind of get ahead, there's a before or during session 1 section, and it just clicks through and it gets you to the part of the workbook that you should be looking at for that session. There's also a getting ready checklist. So if you're totally new to building websites here, it looks like a lot, but it's just the basic things that you want to get ready and get together. And also some of the things can be done later, but you have a handy checklist about your domain name, setting up your email address, your payment processor, a mailing address, etc. So there's lots of good, useful resources inside this workbook just to make sure that you have everything. And actually, even on our session 4 day, we are doing a lot of refinement and there's lots of checklists here for you to just make sure you're ready to publish, and we will get there. That will be day 4. And you'll be ready if you follow that process. And
Okay. Sorry, am I interrupting? You go ahead. Go ahead, Alice. Sorry.
no, you go ahead.
Okay. I want to show you. I'm gonna hijack the screen, Alice.
Okay.
I'm gonna show them one more thing very quickly. Very quickly. Let me just find the right tab. Ooh, okay, this one here. Okay, so I showed you a lot of things. I mean, there's a lot of things that I haven't showed you, and there will be training videos coming up as well. But there is one thing that is actually really powerful, and I think everyone should know about this. So if you go on any page that you have and you click on the gear icon, and you come to this section, LLMs.txt, this here is amazing. And the reason why it's amazing, it's because it translates your entire page to a language that is being understood by ChatGPT, Perplexity, Google, and any AI platform or any answer engine so that they can acquire information from your website and deliver it to people. And then obviously they will have a source link that people can actually find out more about you and more
And you
about your service
definitely
and all that
want
stuff.
AI to know about you, right? When
Exactly.
different.
And this is as long as you have it turned on every page they have. And again, you go to gear icon and you come down here, it will automatically translates the whole page for you in a language that AI understands. And if you modify the page, you can always click regenerate and it will regenerate it for you. But remember, when you regenerate, it will give you this, like all of the information that you had prior will disappear. So if you, let's say, are happy with it and you want to see what the new generation generated text will be, just copy this, transfer it over to a different external page, any notepad or anything like that, and then click regenerate, and then it will regenerate the text for you automatically. This will allow, again, all of these AIs to kind of understand what your website is and what your page is all about so that you start getting recommended. And already after implementing this feature, we already have seen AI for Noomu. Clients haven't used it yet, but for us, we have seen that we're getting some responses. And the way I track it, I use ahrefs.com, and I use that to track SEO and all of the AI content, or SEO, search engine, and AI search engines as well, right? So these are
So
the things. Yeah. Sorry, go on.
this is, it's not by page, is it? It's just one setting, or the pages have that setting too?
I think
It's
it's,
just, it's because you're just on the general.
sorry. Yeah. It's the website.
Yeah.
It's the
Okay.
website.
And
Yeah.
then
Later. Yeah. Thank you for clarifying that.
Vera,
It'll,
is it like submitting to an AI directory, or what does this do exactly?
yeah, it's pretty much, it takes your website and it translates it in the language that AI understands because it's different from search engines. So the SEO is more for search engine, but this one is more for LLM. So that's basically the language that the AI understand, right? So it just makes it easier for them to know what your website is all about in a matter of seconds so that they spend less time dwelling on the website, right? Because if your website is complicated and you don't have this set up, what it will do, it might not go through your website completely because you will be wasting their time, right? You will be wasting their effort because AI costs money in order to run prompts and all that stuff. This makes it easier for them to understand what your website is up. So like the store, they know exactly what it is. So they know the structure about your website. And then that way they can index it easily. You see what I'm saying?
So you can key page it, you can fill in that stuff too if you want to take.
Yeah.
But this was auto. Did you change anything about this? This was
Nope.
auto. This
Nope.
was auto generated.
This
So
was
it
auto
actually,
generated.
yeah. So it gets, definitely just turn it on. And then if you want to go through it and add more into it and see, then do that. But just, yeah, just turn it on.
You can even copy this, right? And then it will copy everything for you and then take it to Chat GPT or any AI and say, how
Oh,
can I
true.
improve this? And then
Yeah.
and then it will improve it. And then you take the text them. So it's a very useful feature. And later on, it will be implemented at some point on all of the pages. And right now, all of the pages already, like this will already help you with everything that you need to do, right? Because SEO and search engines go hand in hand right now. It's just there's different ways of communicating to these bots and all algorithms and artificial intelligence.
Thinking about MCP, the modern model context protocol, something from Anthropic. Does this operate differently, or was asking about if we have something like that, or we would have that in the future?
I'm not sure what you're referring to
Yeah, I'm not
exactly, but
familiar with it either.
yeah, but this, as you can see, it communicates with. They give you examples. Any AI that goes about and acquires information from people's websites. This is one of the languages that it will make it easier for it to screen your website very fast. Because this is so that it doesn't go page by page. It just comes here directly and it knows what you have and what you don't have. And then it can allocate traffic accordingly because it will understand the structure. Got it?
Okay, they are not competing, they work different. I'm actually asking AI to put the difference between the two. So yeah, if you have tools and databases on your site, then the MCP, it's more like powerful. But I think for the purposes of a website, that the LLMS text is a good thing. The MCP also communicates back and forth, it sounds like too, that could communicate to your site. So I'm yammering about something I don't know, but I was just curious because I know Yusuf, you know a lot of these things. So I was curious, and Gary was wondering as well. The times on for the boot camp are, can I take the screen back?
Still,
Yeah. Are in Eastern time, I believe. So we have, yeah. So it's showing on Eastern. So that is 8 a.m. Pacific. Although October, we still won't be. We are living in an area that is no longer going to be changing for daylight savings time. It's going to get really confusing for us. But yes, so 11 a.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Eastern. We run for 3 hours. Again, come for as much time as you can. If you don't get finished, come back in the evening. If you really don't get finished, I think you shouldn't overthink. Because if you do October or September, then I think just try to power through. But you can do October as well in order to get it done again. Or work on your website round 1, start doing a funnel round 2. Right. So Sonia said she's ready. I saw there's a comment. You're ready to get your 5th website going. Is that what you said? Yeah. Hooray. I'm ready to upgrade my plan to 5 websites. Yeah. Awesome. Yes. Sonia and her husband are doing some pretty awesome things out there. And as are a lot of you. Gary's been working on a lot of different things and really digging in deep to things and is quite knowledgeable. And Vera as well. And Bill, you're still working on your stuff, right? And how's everybody else doing? Are you going to join in to the boot camp? Who's joining us? And yeah, Bill, you're sharing an internal link from your own website, I think. So I think when we see it, we don't. So I'm not sure. What are you looking for a link to? The boot camp is here. I'll put the link to the boot camp again. Colleen signed up. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. That's okay, Vera. Yeah. Just make sure you register now so we know how many people we have overall. And that's all good. Lorenzo's in. Awesome. Yay. Yeah. I'm excited to do this and really try to give you guys a really structured way to get things done. Forget about the excuses again. Invite some friends. Join the Ambassador Affiliate Program if you want. Vera's in. SE is in. Yay. That's awesome. I'm glad. So yeah, we'll be sharing this over the next few days and hopefully get more people in because that'll make it interesting too. Because when there's more people in the room working, and there'll be lots of time for questions there. We won't. So that the more people are there asking questions, you'll probably learn things in the process of other people's questions as well. Yeah. Yeah. We're going to do the email marketing is definitely in there. I think for this one, we're just trying to get a website or a funnel going. So circles and communities, we would do probably separately. And in the future, we'll do something like that. All right. And I think, is that Diane or that has joined as well? Oh, yes. Hey, when you joined, Essie, if you join the affiliate program for Noomu, I'll grab you the link again. And when you join, you will see there is a way to create a link. You could create a link to any page in Noomu. So what you would do in your dashboard is you go in your dashboard, you take that bootcamp link. Oh, wait. You take that bootcamp link and you put it in your dashboard, and then it'll give you here we go. I do have it. So here is the bootcamp link. I'm in my affiliate dashboard right now. I'm going to make a link and I want it to go to Bootcamp.
are you sharing the screen?
I'm not.
No, you are. No, sorry, you are.
I am.
Slowly starts.
Because I'm like, I've been showing the screen for a long time and you guys didn't tell me. So we gotta put join boot camp. And then that's it. You could put a note to remind yourself what it is. And then now you have a link for the boot camp. That's how you would make it. So you can share it. Definitely, obviously, you could share it wherever you'd like and on social media, or if you have a mailing list who has opted in and they would be interested in this, send it there. But definitely share it directly with people that you think would be in their that and share that for sure. Where are we? Oh, I don't know. All right. So are there any other questions?
Yes, Vera asked, am I able to
You
run
said okay. I think I answered that one. That's okay.
okay, okay, sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. And then so wait.
I think we're good to go then.
Okay. Good. I'm glad. So many. Lars, are you in? I didn't know. Don't know if I saw that you said you're in. Oh, yes. 5 p.m. You got to join the 5 p.m. one. Awesome. Lars is in. Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
Lars, I kind of feel the way you feel right now, like the late meeting. We're in the same country.
And yeah,
That's
yes.
fine. I think it
Use
takes
them.
you on in the morning.
Use it
Yeah,
either for
yeah.
the morning one, which is evening for you guys, and I'll be doing the 4 Eastern. Yusuf will do the 8 a.m. Eastern. Or was it 8 a.m.? 11 a.m. Oh my goodness. Just look at the page, read the information. Don't listen to what I say about the time. I might say it wrong. The boot camp, yeah. And so what will happen with the boot camp is there will be pre-recorded instruction that we'll watch. So you'll be able to access those after we do publish them. And the 3 hour session will be recorded too, but we probably won't publish the whole entire thing. We'll just make sure you have access to the instructional part. But if there's something that comes up later and you needed a copy of the recording, because a lot of the recording time will be quiet, we'll just be working and everybody be quiet. But yes, you'll be able to catch up on any instruction that you missed as well. And this training, Fozzie is asking if you'll be able, yes, this is being recorded. We will publish it in its entirety and put it on the Noomu YouTube channel. We'll also divide up we'll just put the new features part by itself as well. So in case you just want to hone in on that, or if you just want to know about the bootcamp, we'll divide the video up that way too. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for this training. The date being fixed was bugging me. All right. So thank you, Gary, and thank you, Fuzia.
Thank you guys. It's been a pleasure.
All right. Yeah. See you. I hope to see you Tuesday. Yeah. And in the meantime, if you guys need anything, there is communities right here. There is the discussion forum there. Anytime you want, come on and drop by. And as Numo says, you got this, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.